Welcome to Victory Motivation Winning Mindset Channel, where mental strength fuels your success and struggles are turned into comebacks. Sit back, relax, like, share, and hit that subscribe button to join our winning community. The high always fade. Everyone can feel motivated for a moment, but only a few can stay motivated when the feeling disappears. You know that burst of energy after watching a motivational clip? The rush, the fire, it never lasts. So the real question isn't how to get motivated, it's how to stay unstoppable when the motivation dies. The cycle of temporary motivation. You get excited at night, but by the morning, the fire is gone. You know the cycle, you've lived it. You watch something inspiring, your heart picks up, your mind races with plans. You tell yourself, tomorrow everything changes. For a moment it feels real, unstoppable, unshakable. But then, morning comes. The energy that felt unbreakable is nowhere to be found. The same routine pulls you back, the same hesitation, the same quiet frustration. You start strong, for a day, maybe two, but the steam fades, and what follows is the crash. That familiar weight in your chest, the guilt, the self-criticism, the thought that whispers, why can't I stay consistent? Psychologists like Edward Deci and Richard Ryan have shown that this isn't failure. It's dopamine, short bursts, quick hits, a temporary charge, not discipline. And you've felt this. You try, you promise yourself again and again, but the energy never stays long enough to carry you through. And in that quiet space, between who you are and who you're trying to become, the pressure builds, the question rises. Why does the fire always fade? The truth about motivation. The problem is not your motivation. The problem is your relationship with it. Most people think motivation is supposed to stay powerful, constant, solid. But researchers like Edward Deci and Richard Ryan showed something different. Motivational highs fade because they're designed to fade. That's biology, not weakness. The dopamine rush, the excitement, the spark you feel in the moment, it's temporary chemistry, not long-term fuel. And this is where most people get it wrong. They blame themselves when the energy drops. They assume something is wrong with their character, their discipline, their mindset. But winners, real high performers, operate differently. Winners don't rely on motivation. They rely on systems, identity, and discipline. James Clear talks about this in his work on habits. Angela Duckworth demonstrated it in her research on grit. The strongest people in your industry, your sport, your field, they all follow the same pattern. When the motivation disappears, their structure takes over. Their routine takes over. Their identity takes over. Because here's the truth that turns everything. Real motivation isn't a feeling, it's a lifestyle. It's not the spark, it's what survives after the spark. It's the quiet commitment that keeps moving when the excitement is gone. And once you understand that, everything changes. Identity greater than inspiration. People act according to who they believe they are. Every choice, every habit, every breakthrough starts with identity. This is what James Clear emphasized. Your actions follow your beliefs about yourself. And this is why the motivation struggle feels so heavy. You don't wake up motivated every day. Nobody does. But if you see yourself as someone disciplined, you take action anyway. Not because you feel inspired, but because that's who you are. Identity creates consistency. Consistency creates results. Results reinforce identity. That loop is where unstoppable people are forged. This is the mindset shift most people never make. They wait for the spark. They wait for the emotion. They wait for a moment that feels powerful enough to push them forward. But winners break that cycle. They stop depending on inspiration and start building a foundation that doesn't collapse when the feeling fades. Here's the line that anchors this lesson. Stop chasing the feeling. Start shaping the identity. Because when your identity is solid, your effort becomes automatic. Your actions become predictable. Your progress becomes inevitable. Identity is the engine behind every long-term achievement. Systems beat emotion. Systems beat emotion every time. A system is simple: daily routines, specific triggers, an environment built to make the right choice the easy choice. This is what Fogg teaches in behavioral design. Small cues, small steps, repeated consistently until the behavior becomes automatic. And here's the contrast most people never see. Motivation is mood. Systems are structure. Motivation changes with your energy, your stress, your sleep, your day. But systems don't care about any of that. Systems run even when you don't feel ready. Motivation is the spark. Systems are the engine. Picture this: a person tying their shoes at 5 a.m. Their eyes are heavy. Their body is slow. There's no hype, no excitement, no rush of inspiration. But they train anyway, not because they feel unstoppable, but because their habit carries them. Their routine moves them forward. Their structure does the work when their emotions don't show up. That's the power of a system. It removes the question, "Do I feel like it today?" and replaces it with a pattern that gets followed no matter what. This is how real progress is built, not through emotion, but through architecture. The 3 anchors of lasting motivation. Lasting motivation is not an accident. It's built on anchors. 3 of them. Purpose anchor, knowing your why. This is what Viktor Frankl taught. A powerful why can pull you through fatigue, distraction, doubt, and slow days. When your purpose is strong, your effort becomes meaningful. Behavior anchor, daily routines at fixed times. This is the foundation behind James Clear's approach to habit stacking. Same action, same hour, same rhythm. Your brain learns the pattern and carries you into motion before you have time to negotiate with yourself. Environment anchor, cues that push you toward action. Fogg showed how surroundings shape behavior. The water bottle on the desk, the shoes by the door, the notebook on the counter. Your environment whispers the next move before you even think about it. These 3 anchors work together. Purpose gives direction, behavior gives structure, environment gives momentum. And when they align, something powerful happens. Motivation stops collapsing. It stops rising and falling with your mood. It stabilizes. It becomes self-sustaining. Picture the image: your space, your habits, your schedule, all working quietly in your favor. When your environment and routines work for you, motivation stops being a battle. It becomes a rhythm. A rhythm you follow even on the days when the spark is gone. Emotional discipline. Emotional discipline, the skill almost nobody talks about, but every top performer depends on. It's the ability to do the work while feeling nothing. No spark, no excitement, no internal push. Psychologists like Mischel and Roy Baumeister found this over decades of research. Your brain won't always support you. Some days it actually works against you. Your thoughts resist. Your emotions slow you down. Your mind searches for the easy way out. But the people who rise are the ones who move anyway. Your brain won't always support you. Some days you succeed by ignoring it. And that's the truth high achievers quietly understand. You don't need to feel powerful to act powerfully. Motivation is a wave. Discipline is the ocean. Waves rise and fall. They come and they go. But the ocean stays, deep, steady, unmoved by mood or circumstances. That's what discipline becomes in your life. A force that holds even when your energy collapses. Here's the anchor phrase: do it without the rush. That's real power. Because anyone can take action when they're inspired. Anyone can move when they feel strong. But the ones who build a different life, the ones who separate themselves, are the ones who show up on the days when nothing inside them wants to. That's emotional discipline. That's the edge. Building motivation that survives the crash. You don't need to feel unstoppable to become unstoppable. The high will fade. Let it fade. Your habits will hold you. Your identity will guide you. Your discipline will carry you when your motivation can't. This is the insight behind the work of Angela Duckworth on grit and James Clear on habit formation. It's not emotion that drives sustained success. It's the structure you build around yourself. Picture it. Early morning. Silence. A single person moving quietly, not hyped, not chasing a rush, simply committed. Step by step, action by action. This is where the real transformation happens. Not in the fire of a moment, but in the calm persistence that outlasts every high. When your identity, your habits, and your discipline converge, motivation stops being a battle. It becomes inevitable. The wave of inspiration rises, it crashes, and yet you keep moving. Because now the engine is within you, not in the moment, not in the rush, but in the system you've quietly built. You've survived the crash, and that is real power. Quiet power invitation. If this message reached you at the right moment, subscribe. Not for hype, but for strength. Because your winning mindset begins here. Ask yourself, what goal are you committed to even on the days you feel nothing? Even when the spark is gone, even when the high fades, what drives you forward? If this message lit a spark in you, don't let it fade. Like this video as your reminder that growth begins now. Share it to pass the fire forward, and subscribe to this channel because your evolution isn't coming. It's already begun. Remember, your mind is the battlefield